Hi there, this is Mark Jarrow again with week 7 assignment number 2. So this one we're going to look specifically at the KSR case um, and how this explains some of the evolution of obviousness. So the basic idea with this case is that Teleflex sued KSR, both large companies. Teleflex had a patent for a wireless transmission of a stimulus from pedals to internal parts of a car engine instead of wire transmission of such stimulus. So the example of this would be instead of having your foot push the gas pedal and having a wire that goes from the gas pedal down to, the gas intake valve. I don't know cars all that well. That then increases the amount of gasoline used and increases the amount of air output and then air input. So instead of having that wire, the basic idea is that Teleflex had this patent that transmitted this wirelessly to a receiver that then did the same action. So KSR started to use wireless products in their cars, and Teleflex sued them. So the basic thing of what happened is KSR won in a district court, saying that Teleflex's patent was void. Teleflex then appealed it, and Teleflex won in appeals court. And finally, at the Supreme Court level, KSR won again. So the basic idea is that the wins for KSR were based on Article 103, which states that basically a patent is obvious if at the time a person with a basic knowledge of the prior art and field could have come up with the patent. And the idea is that at least at the time when KSR started doing this with the wireless transmission from one piece to another in a car, it was extremely obvious. They were doing it with a ton of different robotics and different mechanistic devices. The reason that they lost one of the cases was because of the TSM test. The TSM test stands for Teaching, Suggestion, and Motivation, and this was the older one. And the basic idea behind the TSM test is that unless your prior art specifically says exactly how to do this through teaching, suggestion, or motivation to combine certain ideas, as obvious as it may seem to anyone with that knowledge, if it's not explicitly written, then it's not technically obvious. This has been overrun, and now we no longer use the TSM test. We much more use the Article 103 test, which is not as strict for determining if something's obvious or not. Thank you.